Uh, the name of my farm is called Abon Farm, and it is found in Alebtong village, Abon parish, Alebtong district.
Okay, when did you start this farm?
This farm I started way back in 2010 when I acquired it from community around. I started buying piece by piece as I expanded. It is now covering an area of about 18 to 20 acres. And the enterprises I'm doing here, mostly I'm cultivating vegetables, which normally I rotate them.
Thank you very much for gathering again on the Curious African. My name is Kyle as usual, and I hope these episodes we've been uploading are actually working for you. And please leave us a comment if you actually like what you are seeing. Every week we've been giving you different episodes. And we've been in the northern part of the country, that is Uganda. I want us to visit a district called Alebtong. Now, in Alebtong, there's a guy called Alere Fred. And he's a big time farmer of vegetables, mostly vegetables. He's huge on cabbage, he's huge on amaranthus, he's also starting a fish farm. He has some layers and broilers at the demonstration farm as well. And he's also tried some improved types of trees. So if you can learn something from these guys, I'm giving you all these best farmers because they are a demonstration of all of us. We can pick a leaf from these guys who have made it. If you're starting, you don't have to stop. You just need to push your thing until it gets there. If they did, why can't you? Watch this video. This is Alebtong district. His name is Alere Fred. These stories are inspiring, guys. These stories are good. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about these stories. I'll see you shortly.
My name's Alere Fred. I'm 51 years old. My level of education, I studied diploma in accounts and then some other certificates in agriculture. And currently, I'm a businessman and as well a farmer, a commercial farmer. The name of my farm is called Abon Farm, and it is found in Alebtong village, Abon parish, Alebtong district.
Okay, when did you start this farm?
This farm I started way back in 2010 when I acquired it from community around. I started buying piece by piece as I expanded. It is now covering an area of about 18 to 20 acres. And the enterprises I'm doing here, mostly I'm cultivating vegetables, which normally I rotate them. I've already planted the cabbage in the first season. I transplanted in this field on the 5th of November, in May this year. And you know, cabbages takes about 3 months. After 3 months, around August there, I was harvesting and I sold them in the market around, institutions around. And other enterprises I'm doing is I've planted amaranthus up there, the other side, a white amaranthus. I planted on a 4-piece acre land. I've already harvested. Part of it I've given to people who want it as it's needed for nutrition. They mix in for nutrition, and then the other one it is taken back as seeds, OPV seeds. And the other matter is organic. We don't spray any other kind of pesticides. Another enterprise, it is down. It's a fish farm, but that one is still under establishment. Very soon, the work plan is already on. Next year, we shall start rearing the fish. And then this farm it has an extension of a farm which is at home, where I reside in Ayago, Relay Division, Lira Town. That's where I've raised some poultry unit. I keep broiler birds, and at the moment I also have layer birds, where I normally rotate as I offload and load. And there I also have a piece of land where I do my demonstrations. As I've told you before, that I'm a businessman. I sell agricultural inputs. I sell seeds, chemicals, and the rest of it. So some of the seeds which I do sell there, especially vegetable seeds, I do the experiment at the farm at home. Then when they have seen the capacity of the seeds, how it is doing well, then I transfer in the main garden here. Yeah, the idea I got far back when I started the business of agriculture inputs. Then I was compelled to go for courses, short workshops with various companies, various international companies and national companies. There we did the trainings, we did all the necessary things which could handle agriculture. There I was inspired. Then I fell back. I said, no, this is the way forward, because agriculture, you know, is not so difficult. It is dirty, but not difficult. It's a very good job.
How is your family involved in this farm?
My family always involved this farm. As you are aware, this is still school days. Most of them are in school. But when they come back from school for their holidays, in the poultry unit at home, that's their responsibility. They know how to wash the drinkers, the feeders. They know how to feed. And we are even producing our own mixture of feeds there. So they go as far as grinding and then mixing the feeds so that they feed. And here, mostly when it is holiday time, either they will assist us in harvest, like this crop is almost getting ready by December. We shall be here with them harvesting. And they also assist in when there are workers here, communities who have come around to assist us on a peace day work. They assist us in preparing food, like lunch, breakfast, and the rest of it. This farm, the impact in the community, it has encouraged a lot of people around here. Especially people around have been using local ways of doing cultivation. But when I bring them to work with me here, I always teach them how to handle each and every stage. Like when I take them to nursery, I always educate them. This is how we handle the nursery. This is how we now handle the transplants. This is how we mix the pests and control diseases. So all along, if you walk around this village, you will find there are a number of people also cultivating tomatoes. There are a number of people planted cabbages, and like I've planted amaranthus, very many also are interested in planting amaranthus. So generally, it has got a good impact here by increasing production of vegetables around. The innovations I have, particularly uh, I needed to extend some maybe some small piece of animal keeping, which is a point of view in a nearby future, and like I told you, fishery. So those are the small innovations which I'm feeling like it is very necessary, because here when you look around, when I interact with the communities, I always bring seedlings. When I'm coming here, I give at least few of workers who have worked with me, I give them some pieces of stems of tree, and I always encourage them to plant these improved trees rather than indigenous trees, which they don't grow, take long growing. So those are the innovations which I'm putting. This farm, when I bought this land, sometimes back, there were a lot of gullies around there. I tried to construct ridges along here to prevent soil erosion from rain washing soil away from there down to the river. So it has prompted me also to plant trees around the swamp side, because when you go down there, you'll find out now at least there's some soil which has developed underneath of those trees, and naturally, on conservation of the area, there are natural trees which have left indigenous, I got them here. All these 9 years, I've told nobody to cut those trees down, and they're just growing like that. So those are the things which we have put forward to enable the environment to be sustained. Even these trees here, you'll see, I've been encouraging these people not to cut trees around. So I've been encouraging them at least to plant, this is like acacia trees. You plant, it grows very fast, you prune some stems, and you use it for firewood, rather than cutting this big tree down because you want charcoal or firewood. Harvest. My harvest, normally, it is a very critical issue in agriculture like this stage of ours. It has been a lot of bad weather, but what always we do, we make sure that we have enough of tarpaulins for drying. And then we make sure that when we harvest and completely sun dry, so that we don't have those molds forming on our crops. Especially with cabbage, normally when we are harvesting, we harvest them, put them on tarpaulins, put them in a pickup truck, which is really clean, and take them when they are fresh to the market. Well, actually, with fresh vegetables, it's really very difficult to do a value addition, and that's a major part of it. But I could say, generally, with value addition,
In terms of packaging,
here in the farm here, we have not been doing value addition. But our value addition, we do it from the grinding mill I told you, where we mix our farm produce. There we buy maize, and then when we remove the maize, the brand, we are left with those cleaned one. We cannot give the chicken everything. So that reserve, we pack it somewhere. During a time, we can grind them off. If it is we cannot eat in the family, we pack them in smaller packings and then sell them to the nearby community around town there. The challenges which I'm facing here, one, I could say, is a financial challenge. Financial challenge is like it has to, there are certain things which I need urgently in the farm, especially tools for working. Sometimes I can't really get the finances, but through the banks and the rest of it, I think we can acquire that one. Another challenge is our place is a little bit not so much fenced, and it's fenced, but the fence are not so much good. So there are certain animals, stray animals normally come in the farm and then try to disorganize us a bit. And then other challenges which we do have is I could say equipments. As I told you, equipments is also a major thing, because in an area like this now, like over an area of about 20 acres, we need a bigger tractor. We have a small walking tractor, which can sometimes we are always struggling to use it. And then another challenge is, as I told you, we are constructing a fish pond down there in the nearby future. But those fish ponds, we are putting it as to be a water reserve. We are putting it down. So the challenge is, if it is dry season, it is really dry and we don't have water to irrigate. So that's another challenge we have. But if we construct the dam, we shall get a better water pump which can pump water down to the farm. Okay. You know, farming has challenges also. One, you can plant well. By the time you are growing, you are hit by drought. So it means your income will drop. And at times everything will be okay like it is. Then you have abundant harvests from various farmers. When you go to the market, the price drops. But what I want to assure you is, farming, there's no loss. There's no loss. Because if I tell you a cabbage in this garden, or an acre piece of garden, you can plant like about 13,000 stems. So 13,000 stems, if you multiply by 1,000, how much money is that? So if you look at around that, you will find that you are buying a seed, maybe 10 grams, 100 grams to plant in an acre. You will find that cost of producing each cabbage cannot exceed 200 shillings. So by the time when you have finished, you have put the input, you are harvesting and you sell cabbage at 500 when the market is there. In a piece of 10,000 stems, you get some money. You find you have got 5 million. So I'm saying it is really very difficult to really say my income is this, basing on the calculation. So you have to always bear in mind that situations are ones always which give us profitability of our production. As I've told you, one, this farm, it's basically for horticulture. Although you don't seeing cabbages here or tomatoes, because we planted them on the first season. So with the agronomic practices, you have to do crop rotation. You plant cabbage, you cannot again bring back cabbage. So we have planted cowpeas here to bring nitrogen in the soil, so that next time when we are planting another crop, it can grow very well. So our future plan is to work with the community around, so that we increase our production. If we increase our production, we do a processing or a value addition program, like basically on tomatoes. We are seeing that tomatoes is a potential crop here. It grows very well because the soil is very conducive for tomatoes. We are facing challenge of tomatoes variety, which is bacterial wilt, which we already get it. We already have it. So I see no reason why we can produce much tomatoes and then we process it into, instead of selling it cheaply in the market during the rainy season, we need to process it into tomato sauce. We pack them And also we sell them in supermarkets, or even we export them, because we need some little beating here and there, so that when we are selling in the outside market, we meet the standards. So we want to produce here so that we can add value, and then we sell, and by doing so, we shall be giving income, a lot of income around the community around, and then we shall be getting a little more coin on top of what we have. Viewers, I did not, at the beginning, I did not tell you that I'm a brigadier. A brigadier, not in the army, but a brigadier in agriculture, of which I was ordained. They gave me that rank on the 11th of this month by ISSD, because ISD, working in partnership with the Wageningen University in the Netherlands, they trained us in annulling vegetables. So they trained us, we did a competent test and we passed. So, and we have been exactly trying to emanate and putting that, what we have learned into use. So they called us and then they gave us a rank of brigadiers, so that we be the brigadiers of farmers, working along line with the extensionist staff of the government. So we are doing extensioning work side along with what? With the government. So the message I want to leave with the viewers is, please, at first I told you that people fear agriculture. I was supposed to be an accountant in the office, working maybe in my company or somebody's company or the government. But it has not deterred me from doing that work privately somewhere. So agriculture is the most easiest way of getting resources, because you put something and within 3 months you have already got it. And secondly, we have abundant land. We have natural rainfall. So with all these resources which we have abundantly here, and it is utilized well, please viewers, you'll find at least at no cost you are a step ahead. Because in agriculture, you are your own boss. You leave your home in the morning, you come in the farm, you are hungry, you take your tea in the farm there, you continue working. Within 3 months, you have a feedback, and a very good one. So I encourage more people, professional people. Even though you're a lawyer, you're a teacher, you are a doctor, please, you practice agriculture. Not even in an extensive way like this. Do a backyard gardening, whereby you get fresh food from your garden. Thank you, viewers.
Welcome back from Alebtong. I hope you have enjoyed that episode. There was so much to learn. If you need to, start low-key doing your vegetables, you can start. It's not too late for you. Guys, farming is sexy. Nobody should lie to you that soil is dirty, because it's not. Yes, you just see us here all looking good, but man, when you meet me in the morning in my boots, you'll be like, this guy. But what matters is paper. It doesn't matter how you make the paper. Just don't be broke. I am begging you, just don't be broke. It's not allowed. These guys have been minting money for a while, and so can you. Thank you for loving the channel. Push us to 5K subscribers. And yeah, man, this is getting good. We're going to change this whole country. We're going to change this whole continent. Your mindsets have to change. They have to switch now. Farming is sexy, remember? Have a good one.